What up, my fellow dorks? It is the Turtle Dork here, and this is just a special video that I want to do. You can call it the Turtle Dork's own YouTube special preview for San Diego Comic-Con 2018. I am currently the night before I get on a plane to head out to the West Coast to meet up with my fellow dorks so that we can embark on some great adventures delving deep into geek and pop culture and everything that we love. It's just a time for us to spend 4 to 5 days to just kind of just be just totally engrossed into everything that we love about pop culture and geek culture and the things that we personally love to us, and to celebrate that with other geeks and other dorks around the world. I love it. I love going to Comic-Con every year, and every year it just gets dare I say, more magical. Some of the experiences that we have had going to Comic-Con, this being our 8th year. We've been going every year since 2011, and we always come back with just very fond memories. But I guess the reason I really want to do this video is to just kind of go over some of the things that I'm kind of looking forward to. And if some of you are definitely going to be at Comic-Con, and if you follow our channel, even though I know we do have a small channel right now, yeah, like hit us up in the comments, man. Let us know. Or if you're just kind of watching from afar, checking out other stuff on the internet, following some of these other outlets that I follow as well, to look at some of the coverage and the footage and the commentaries that's going to be going on in San Diego. Yeah, just, I mean, we'll definitely try to keep you guys informed, at least from our point of view. So definitely stay in tuned to the YouTube channel. Definitely follow ITMOD on Facebook. And definitely join the Facebook page as well if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll definitely be putting up some videos up there. It's going to be a lot of fun. But with all that being said, let me get, and I have my schedule, okay, of course, on my trusty phone here. But just to kind of run through the days. Of course, Comic-Con is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But just to kind of highlight for me what I am going to be trying to get into, what panels I want to go to, and everything I'm going to try, because there's so much that you can't do everything at Comic-Con. But I'm pretty excited. So Thursday, I do want to grab, there's a couple of prints. As you can see on my wall, you probably can't see, but if you see my reactions, you can see some of my Power Ranger prints. These are done by Carlos Bertoli, and he just finished up doing the Red and the Green Ranger, which is at the Acme Archives booth. And I'm looking forward to getting the Red and Green Ranger to complete my set. And also, with that being said, some of the Rangers, the original cast members, are going to be there as well. So I'm trying to coordinate when I could get these prints signed, because my goal is to get each one of these Carlos Bertoli prints from Acme Archives autographed by each actor, each actor that played the Ranger in the original series. So that's my goal. That's going to be kind of like my own little not Easter egg, but kind of egg hunt, going around trying to get these signatures from them. But outside of that, some of the panels I'm looking forward to, of course, Hall H has a Predator panel. I may or may not try to catch that. I mean, the movie hasn't really piqued my interest, so to speak. I'm definitely going to check it out, but I'm hoping that this panel on Thursday, I think at 10 a.m., 10 or 10:30, will get me a little bit more excited if I decide to make that. Again, because I'm not too keen on it. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. But also on Thursday, some of the panels, I do want to check out that new TMNT panel that's going to have the voice cast of the new show on Nickelodeon, Rise of the TMNT. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you do know that I've been kind of shitting on it for a while, because I do not like the character design of a lot of the characters, most of the characters, all of the characters, all. But I've seen the opening credit sequence with the theme song for the show, and they've put out these character profiles, like these 30-second character profiles on Twitter. If you follow at TMNT, that really got me kind of a little bit more optimistic about it, because I like the animation style of it, the way that it is drawn and the way that it's animated. It gives it a very there's an energy, there's a vibrancy to it that I think it's very energetic. That I think of course, it does kind of aim younger for a younger audience, and I think that's probably one of the reasons that animation style is like that. But I'm kind of digging it. It's something that I haven't seen in the Turtles animated series before, and hopefully we get a little bit more of a sneak peek at it at this panel. So that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to on Thursday. And then I guess outside of that, I mean, there's a couple of other panels later in the day that I'm looking forward to, but nothing really noted. But those are the things that I'm really trying to kind of hit hard, is get those prints, get those autographs, and to check out those two panels if possible. Now for me on Friday, there's a couple of exclusives I want to get, and I think I might try to get that on Friday, which is I think it's at the Blue Fin booth on the floor, and it is the SH Figure Arts Red and Green Ranger. Now this is the Red Ranger Jason and Tommy the Green Ranger without their helmets, and Austin St. John is doing a free signing if you buy one of those figure arts. So he's going to be there, so that's something I'm definitely looking forward to, is getting an autograph with him, and hopefully he'll be able to sign that Red Ranger print that I'm going to get from Acme Archives. But then after that, I think I kind of want to focus on getting into some of the panels in Hall H, because normally Saturday is a big day for us in Hall H, and we've been fortunate enough to really get some really good seats because we're committed. Just like thousands of other people, but we usually get in on Saturdays to see some of those big panels, which is the Marvel panels, which they won't be here this year, and of course WBDC, which they always kick off Saturday, but we'll get to that. But they're moving a lot of the film, and the film studios are moving a lot of their panels to Friday, but there's some panels earlier in the day that I'm not really pressed to see, like The Walking Dead. I've kind of fallen off that show because I'm not pressed to check out the panels for that, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to get into Hall H midday so that I can catch a Universal Blumhouse panel for Glass, which they just dropped, like I think a 15-second teaser for James McAvoy's character, which is getting me hyped. And then of course they're going to do Halloween, so this is a panel that's going to feature both of those films, which both I'm extremely excited for. Then after that is Bumblebee. This is the first time a Transformers film has been in Hall H since those films have been coming out since 2007. And it feels right that this is the movie to kind of make its debut in Hall H. Of course, this is directed by Travis Knight, who did Kubo and the Two Strings, and of course I believe he is the president of Leica. And yeah, he definitely understands how to bring emotionality and character to a lot of these type of films, and it really feels like he's doing that with this Bumblebee movie. And I'm interested to see a little bit more about it. I mean, we've gotten some steals in Entertainment Weekly, who they always do a special Comic-Con special edition where we get to see some extra little pics and tidbits about the film. So I want to see a little bit more from that. And of course, after that, there's Sony getting into the Spider-Verse. So we're getting the animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film and Venom. So these are going to be some big ones that people are definitely going to want to get their eyes on, because people want to know more specifically about Venom, because they want to know how this is going to work without Spider-Man being in this universe or whatever this universe is. Maybe we'll get a little bit more details during the panel, but that remains to be seen. But so Friday's going to be a big day, so I'm going to try to get in for those 3 panels later in the afternoon and in the evening, after I, kind of walk the floor and kind of get all the things that I want to get on the floor. But then Saturday, we usually sleep out at night because you never know what type of celebrities or what celebrities you're going to meet in the middle of the night. Andy Serkis, looking at you. But yeah, so we'll try to catch the now Saturday is weird this year because Saturday is usually a big day, and it is going to start off big, extremely big. Warner Brothers always does it big, and I cannot tell you the experience of watching a Warner Brothers DC panel in Hall H. Say what you will about some of their movies, specifically DC, but they know how to put on a presentation in Hall H, and they get people excited. And although Justice League didn't turn out, I think, the way a lot of us may have wanted it to, I think what they're doing and how they're building up some of the hype for Aquaman, Shazam, and Wonder Woman 2, and I think those are going to be the 3 films that they're going to focus on. I don't think it's going to be a lot of announcements. We could possibly get some announcements of other movies that are going into production, maybe like The Flash, since we do know that there are directors attached to that. I think that will be the next movie that is announced. And of course, Matt Reeves is still working on the script and is in pre-production for the Batman. But then again, there's a lot of details that we don't know about that film. So for me, I'm not going to sit here and speculate as far as what surprises are going to be in Hall H. But I'm just excited for these 3 films that we know it's coming within the next year and a half. And so that's what I'm excited about. And then everything else WB is going to be showing during their panel, specifically Godzilla. I really want to see what this Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters is going to look like. It's got a great cast, but we don't really come to those movies for the cast, although it does help to have good actors in it. But I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for that one. So DC, Godzilla, those are probably the highlights that I'm looking forward to in that panel. And we'll probably get some other films as well. But after that, there's not really much else in Hall H on a Saturday, which is kind of weird for me and for my crew, because we're so used to being in Hall H all day on Saturday. So after WBDC's panel, we're thinking about just kind of dipping and then kind of seeing what else Comic-Con has to offer on a Saturday. We do know that the Masquerade Ball is later in the evening, but we've never been able to catch it because we've been in Hall H so much. So we're kind of excited about the idea of catching the Masquerade Ball if possible, and just kind of exploring and experiencing Comic-Con on a Saturday. I know there's a lot of cosplayers that are outside the convention center and also on the floor and in the vestibule area on the outside of the floor. So yeah, it's going to be fun to experience that for the first time, it feels like. And then Sunday for me, man, it's just going to be a day to just kind of soak everything in. I'm just going to kind of take my time, really just kind of walk the floor, maybe go outside. I'll probably take my camera and get some footage, because I want to put together a nice little highlight video for the channel as well. So yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to this. This time of year, it's always a time that I look forward to, is going to Comic-Con, and just to be around my dorks, just to be around our con family, the people that we meet. A lot of people talk about being in line for, how can you sit in line for 20+ hours to just watch some footage? It's easy. It's the people that you meet. It's talking to other people, celebrating geek culture with other people, with other like-minded people, and just meeting new people from different parts of the world that have different points of views, but you all can kind of come together and just celebrate the stuff that you love. It's cool, man. I love it. I just absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm going to try to get this up before I leave, because I still got to pack and there's a lot of stuff I got to do before my flight leaves tomorrow morning. But with that, keep following us. Definitely comment. And yeah, hopefully if you watch this and you've never been to Comic-Con, you can make it out there one year. And yeah, so with that, go ahead and check out our other dorks and definitely follow us over the next week or so for a lot of our coverage of Comic-Con. That will be at Mouth Dork, at The Disco Dork, and at Sidewalk Siren. And as for me, I am The Turtle Dork. And with that, your boy is out.